Working Conditions in Factories and Early Labor Movements by Michael Noga
and Benjamin Wells McGrath
in Mr. Davis's 4th period class, April 2018. In the 1800s, factories mass-produced many products, but they had little to no regard for safety and they had terrible working conditions. The average workday was about 11 hours. Children often worked 12 or more hours for at least 6 days a week. There are many on-the-job accidents from fatigue and temperatures. Summers were hot and winters were cold. These factors didn't help the already dangerous machinery such as unprotected belts. There was no law to control working conditions or protect workers. Because working conditions were harsh, the workers needed to do something about it. Individually, they had no power to fight against the rich elites running the companies, so they formed into groups called unions, and they went on strike. That is, they all refused to do work, to pressure their employees to give them higher wages and better working conditions.
An early example of this happened with shoemakers in Philadelphia. Shoemakers formed the Federal Society of Journeymen Coordinators of Philadelphia, and in 1805, when wages were pushed extremely low, they organized a 7-week strike. The master shoemakers, however, took the journeymen to court in the case of Commonwealth v. George Pulis, and the court essentially ruled that unions trying to lower wages was an illegal conspiracy. In the 1830s, though, bigger and stronger unions began to form, which signaled the beginning of a movement for labor rights. One of the most notable of these was the general strike in Philadelphia for a 10-hour workday. This and other movements led to some reforms. One of the most important of this was the case of Commonwealth v. Hunt. The Boston Journeyman Bootmaker Society demanded that an employee who went against them was fired, and to avoid a strike, he charged the society with conspiracy. The Boston Municipal Court ruled against the society, but on appeal, Massachusetts Judge Lemuel Shaw ruled that conspiracy did not apply to unions. These movements in the 1800s were mostly ineffective, though, because of how many people were vying for jobs, and the movements that were effective because they didn't just require unskilled labor, but a specific skill. These unions may not have brought about effective change, but they demonstrated why they are necessary. They're necessary for the functioning of a healthy society and democracy, to give workers the power to secure higher wages and better conditions. It gives those who don't have as much power a seat at the table and protects workers from abuse by the more powerful.